Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Dallas Cowboys. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Pick it up! Mighty! Hey, watch the slant! Watch the slant! Move!
On first down, Trubisky. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bruce Irvin in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long.
Check 15, check 15. Hey, 18.
Here's Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker Jordan Hicks. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. That's right, baby, they don't want it. Hey, exit. 50, Mike's 50. Hey, pick it up, defense, let's go.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this, it's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bruce Irvin has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch. Turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
18. Hey, dude.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Trubisky, and an alley to run. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Army. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Right here. Shoot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Harold Landry in there to get him. And that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Target. Hey, hold. Kill. Half. Watch twist.
After the sack on 1st down, Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Run you over. Hey, Alpha. 15, 9, 15. Blue Dan, blue Dan. Ain't no looking up.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that will be incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. 50's the mark. 50's the mark. Check the out. Check the out.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bills are going to get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it's Trubisky. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch alert, 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 alert. Show it.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
That really sets him back. A loss of 6. So now they operate back from their side of the field here. 2nd and long.
Alert, alert, alert. Say. Check. Crunch.
Now a give right side. It's Taylor. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
56. Check 52. Gun. Bravo. Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's 50. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. Check 24. Check 24.
From midfield, here's Allen. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something.
Heads up. And got his man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. Now Trubisky on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Barkevious Mingo, the former number 6 pick.
18.
They're going on 4th down. It's Trubisky. He's going to let this one go deep, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. John Ross, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear. But it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
On 2nd down now. It's Taylor, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Alert! Smooth! Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Patch it. 5 wide. Tighten up. 49. Check out.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Kill. Turn up. Back. SOS. Mike's 50. Here we go.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Harold Landry, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Now Trubisky, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught at the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Check 37, check 37. Hey, check 24, check 24. Alert! Kill. Joker. Let's go.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
That's it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
50's the mic. 50's the mic. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Regular.
And here's Allen to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. Going deep here for Allen. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I'm coming. Pass. Hey, Foxtrot. Mike's 50. Here we go, D. Here we go.
to the air. Allen. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
Check Mike 50. Let's pick it up. It's Allen time, guys. Allen time.
Go.
Let's get off the field. Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50.
On first down, Allen. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 39-yard line. Now a give right side. It's Taylor. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
On the ground with a tight end. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is middle. Here we go, 50, Mike 50. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now Allen throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Trubisky now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Lock in.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's going to get this one down to the 45.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. They'll run it with Coleman. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. No dice for Sean McDermott and the offense. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A good pickup there at 22. Allen now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Hey, echo. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, tight. Hey, check. Hey, Haywood. Watch the pass.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Alert! Five.
Allen going to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Back now in Arlington. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4.
Alert! Hey, 50 to Mike.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And this is caught at the 8. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try to put it in that way.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Come on.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They go play action with Trubisky. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Trubisky will throw. up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. On second down, it's Coleman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
Hey, Charlie.
On first down, Trubisky. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll run on first down. It's Coleman. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. They will run again with Coleman. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Hopkins' kick is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Allen now looks to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, Zoom. Check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
To throw is Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Mike 50, Mike 50. I'm coming. Hey, Alpha. I'm coming. Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50. Come off the ball. Mike 50, Mike 50. Get in the way. Go.
Back to throw. Allen. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Ain't over any. Mike 50, huh? Here we go. Check 13. Check 13. Shift. Tight dog. Check 99. Check 99. Pass. Motion, we go.
Now Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
This is Coleman. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
Hey, ball. 29. Hey, team 6. Bring it.
Trubisky to throw. Got a man open. It's Ross. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Boy, how do you let a guy get that wide open in the 2-minute drill?
There's absolutely no way that that's coached or taught. That's an absolute complete breakdown on that play.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. On 1st down, Coleman. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. And his kick is indeed good, and the Bills have taken the lead here in the 4th. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored.